What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Red Crimson 102 again. I recently uploaded a video talking about the Gulikit Zen Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch, which also works with iOS and Android. It was a long video, and I want to do a quick and short secondary video. I've seen a lot of YouTubers making videos about the Gulikit King Kong Pro 2 controller, praising how great it is. And to be honest, I don't have that controller, but I have the Zen Pro controller, which is basically the King Kong, and correct me if I'm wrong. Before I tell you what version of controller this is, actually, you know what? The Zen Pro controller is basically the King Kong Pro 2 controller, just the retail version, which retails at Target that I know of. So Target is the only store that you can actually pick this bad boy up right now. And a little bit of research, it is basically the retail version to the King Kong Pro 2, just under a different name, which is a Zen Pro. And I thought I'll just bring this to everybody's attention because before I purchased this controller, I was walking through Target and I seen it, and I'm familiar with Gulikit, and I wanted to know, which, is this a third controller in the series of the King Kong? And I could not, for the life of me, find anybody doing videos on the Zen Pro. I only came across one guy that actually has the Zen Pro controller, and I'm surprised at that. I'm surprised there's only one guy on YouTube that actually has a video on the Zen Pro controller, and he didn't really know too much about the controller, but he did the best that he could. So hopefully this video helps a lot of people out there that have some confusion about what the Zen Pro controller is. Now, to be fair, as I said before, I'm familiar with the Gulikit controllers as far as I know about it, but I have not, and I do not own any, I don't own any Gulikit controllers. This would be my first controller in the Gulikit line of controllers that I actually own, which is a Zen Pro controller. Now, I don't know if it would be fair to base this controller off of the King Kong Pro controller. Maybe the King Kong Pro or the Pro 2 may even be better than the retail version of the Zen Pro. I don't know. But this is not a terrible controller, and it's not a great controller either. It's pretty cheap, I give them that. For the features that they have with this controller, it's pretty awesome. You can wake your Switch up with this controller by pressing the home button. It has NFC, it has a rumble and gyro, macro buttons, and I believe turbo buttons as well. And you can also update the controller, which is pretty awesome on the Gulikit website. A lot of people have been praising the analog sticks, the Hall magnetic sticks, aka no drift, from the Gulikit controller, the King Kong Pro 2, and that's all well and fine, but I just want to let a lot of people know, and the reason why I'm doing this video is because don't believe the hype. I really think those magnetic Hall sticks that Gulikit use are very, very overrated, and there's a reason why they stopped using it after the Dreamcast console. Out of the box, this controller had lag and latency issues and analog issues. It was badly calibrated, and there is a separate manual that comes with this controller where you can go to a developer website and you can test the analog sticks. And when I tested it, it was all over the place. And when I seen somebody test it with the Gulikit King Kong Pro 2 controller, the results on the analog stick test varied. It was pretty much better than mine, if I had to guess. But there's no way a company that's putting out there advertising no drift analog sticks should have issues with their controllers. Badly calibrated out of the box. To be fair, when I did update the controller through the firmware on the Gulikit website, the lag and latency issues was fixed. It was a lot better, and I was able to go into my Switch's calibration mode for a second time, and I managed to, after the update, fix the bad calibration that analog sticks had. It's not perfect, it's not 100%, but it is a lot better. But I have several third-party controllers laying around that does not use the Hall magnetic sticks that actually functions a lot better than this controller analog wise as well. So that's kind of crazy. But for the price, $60, that's good. It's $10 less than Amazon for the King Kong Pro 2. And maybe I should probably check that controller out, the King Kong Pro 2 specifically, and maybe it may be even better than this one. Maybe the analogs might be on point, but do I really want to go through all that? Because I've actually purchased this controller twice, thinking that maybe the first one I had was defective, but that wasn't the case. They both showed same results, and they both function a lot better after the firmware update. But that's crazy, man. So if you do buy this controller, you have to update it as soon as possible. That's kind of crazy. Most controllers I get out of the box for the Nintendo Switch or for any other platform, it just works out of the box. Updating your controller should be an option unless there was really a defect. So I guess maybe these controllers, I don't know how to, were pretty much defective out of the box like mine was. But I just want to warn people out of the box, this controller will have lag and latency issues, as well as bad calibration on the sticks. Like going forward with your character, you're gonna go forward to the right. It's just crazy. It's all over the place. But the update did fix it. It's still not 100, but it's a lot better. But I have better controls than this, so I just want to warn people out of the box. The lag, there are lag, latency issues, and calibration issues with the stick. And after the firmware, it'll be a lot better, but it's not 100. It's not a 1-to-1. So just trying to save you guys headaches and let people know that Gulikit is actually very, very overrated. You should not buy into the hype. Don't worry about stick drift. If you take care of your controller, you won't get any drift. And that's all I have to say about this controller. But it's a decent controller though. And if you're new to my channel, like and subscribe. This will probably be the best review and thoughts on the Zen Pro controller, on what it is, because I do not see any other video on YouTube explaining what the Zen Pro is. I guess there's a lot of people out there that haven't came across this controller yet, which is weird because everybody shops at Target, everybody goes to Target, but it is what it is. I'm the second person to upload a video about the Zen Pro Gulikit controller. Hope this helps you guys out there, and don't put too much stock into Gulikit controllers. The next controller I want to get, and the final one for a very long time, is the 8-Bit Do Ultimate controller. I need to get my hands on that. They use the same magnetic Hall sticks as the Zen Pro and the Gulikit. Now you guys may be saying to yourself, well, if you have issues with the Zen Pro Gulikit controller and the analog sticks, why would you get the 8-Bit Do controller that has the same magnetic Hall sticks? Well, I put my trust in 8-Bit Do more than any third-party manufacturer that make controllers, or at least I put more stock in 8-Bit Do versus Gulikit. They're a more trustworthy company. They're a more quality control company. So if anybody can do it right, would be 8-Bit Do. They make great controllers. I've never had any problem whatsoever with their controller. And the 8-Bit Do Ultimate is similar to this controller in design, buttons and whatever, but probably with a better D-pad. And the D-pad on this is not great either. It looks decent, but it ain't all that great. So I will give the 8-Bit Do Ultimate controller a chance. That'll be my next victim. I'm pretty sure I might be happy with it, but if not, you guys already know I'll be doing a review on it, and I'll probably more than likely return it. But I still got this controller. I mean, I like it. That's the funny thing. I really do like it. I like the design on it. I explained in my previous video about the Zen Pro. I did a lengthy video on that, so I won't go into too much details. But I like this controller, man, the design and everything about it. But the analog, man, really disappointed me. The magnetic Hall, aka no drift sticks, are very overrated. And I've seen a video where somebody actually took the Gulikit King Kong Pro 2 controller apart and tried to fix the drift issue. So you can still get drift with any Gulikit controller. No controller is susceptible to not having drift. Don't believe it. Everything wears down. Red Crimson 102. Like and subscribe. Peace out.